friends, and welcome to another journal flip through. So I have finished this journal, which is very exciting. This one took me through spring and the start of summer, I guess. I still finished it in the middle of summer. I also realised I didn't put a date on this one because I was trying to figure out when I first started this journal, but I did not write it down, so I made sure to do that in my next journal setup. So we'll be taking a look through here, and then we will also be setting up my new journal. So on the sticker on the front, I used this big Lizziesletters art sticker because I just wanted something that represented spring. Then I also put this Megan Wang art sticker on the back because I just have a lot of vinyl stickers and I like to use them on my journals where I can. So this one is from Thanks You. And then again, I just used a very similar sticker on the front cover to decorate the front, and then I just used like pansies and clovers, and I always think pink and green reminds me of spring, so yeah, I really wanted to include this as the cover. So the first spread is actually a reading spread. So if you haven't watched my videos before, my journal is essentially a commonplace journal. I have my reading journal spreads in here, I have my travel spreads, I have just literally anything I want to journal about all just goes in here, which I guess is why I tend to do so many journal flip throughs, because it means that I fill up journals pretty quickly because I have everything in one rather than having lots of different journals. So yeah, this was a reading spread. This was the start of my AXAR journey. And yeah, if you've read my reading journal videos, so in my reading journal updates, I do all of the spreads that I've created for my reading spreads. So I just kind of like put them all into one video, similar to a reading journal video. And then I also made, because I was obsessed with the story and the world, so I have been enjoying making spreads about the places from the books. That's kind of something I've been doing. And yeah, I wanted to make one for the spring court, which was in the story where this place is in a forever spring basically, and I just think it's so cute. I love this spread. The next one was a little bit of memory keeping. I went to a coffee shop with my mum, and I also had recently just got these new like bakery stickers, so they were kind of perfect. And this was where I first started sticking printed pictures in rather than Instax, because I just wanted to mix it up a little bit because I do have a lot of Polaroid photos in here. So this spread was all about a trip, well, just like a day trip hanging out with my best friend. We went to Wagamama's, hence why they've got that title. And then yeah, I just added some gyoza stickers and just decorated it a little bit. This spread is kind of like a travel spread, I guess. I did do a whole travel journal with me video about it because I visited this really cool like old abbey. So yeah, I wanted to decorate it, and I did use some Instax photos as well as printed pictures. And yeah, I went for more like a random collage style composition. I really like this one. And then this was from the same place, but this was talking about the gardens because it had a really beautiful like conservatory. And I also stuck down my ticket as well because where I can, I will add those things into my journal. Now this next spread, I'm kind of hiding the writing, which is why it looks a little bit chaotic, but basically this was a moon journaling spread where it's just a chance for me to reflect on my habits and think about what I'm doing in life. It just helps me to get all my thoughts down on the paper, so it's very like personal writing, hence why I've hidden it. But I wanted to do kind of like a magical theme, and I think it looked really cute actually. This was just another daily spread, so sometimes if I just want to journal, I'll just write about what I've been doing. And this is kind of like what I did. I just talked about what I was doing in that day, used some more Lizziesletters art stickers and the washi tape, and yeah, just had some nice time journaling and collaging. Here we have another reading spread. So obviously I read the second book in the Akatar series, and I have been trying to match the decoration to the books where possible. Not necessarily like the book cover, but just kind of like the story. But with these ones, it was really easy to decorate it with the book covers because I have been sticking those down recently. So yeah, I kind of went for like a turquoisey theme. And then where possible, I'll add like little items that are maybe in the story. So here they're trying to find like a magical journal. So I added these books in there to remind me. And it's just fun to kind of look back on. It helps me think about like little parts from the story. So because obviously we were in a new place in the book, it meant I had to do another spread about the Night Court, which is like kind of like the main place in this story. So yeah, I had a lot of fun making this spread actually. It's one of my favourites. I think it's just because maybe I did kind of like some different writing. I don't usually do like big writing to fill up the space. Here we have some more moon journaling. So this was to do with the strawberry moon. So it's kind of just where like I'll reflect on what I spoke about before in my last spread. So I'm kind of like, this is kind of like what my intentions are, what I want to do in the month. And then this is me checking up on myself to see if I'm actually doing them. So yeah, I did some decoration with lots of strawberry things. I was actually quite surprised at how much strawberry stationery I had. Here we have another reading spread. This was, I didn't actually read King of Scars. Well, I have read it in the past, but I actually read the next one. I can't even think what it's called right now. But I wrote the wrong book title, but I explained in my video how it took me a very long time to finish this series. So it doesn't really matter to me. I know which series it is. And it's only going to be me reading this back. So I went for like a fantasy dragony theme. Here I wanted to use some of my new Patreon stickers. Well, they're not new now. They were from a couple of months back. And I kind of wanted to create a summer list that I wanted to do over the summer holidays. And I've done that. Okay, I've done like 4 things. There's definitely some things I have not done yet. And it's pretty much the end of summer, so maybe I'm not going to achieve that, but that's okay. And then I just made another spread carrying on, writing down the things that I wanted to do in summer, and just made like a really cute spread to go with it. Here I really wanted to document this like thank you card that my best friend sent me from her wedding. So yeah, I just wanted to include that. So I just did some random decoration as the background. I started with this big botanical piece of paper and then essentially all just fit around that. We have another reading spread, of course. So the book cover was pink, hence why I decided to decorate it pink. And I also had these like magical stickers which kind of fit perfectly with the theme. Again, we have another spread about one of the places in the story, and I think that this one is just like so magical. I really like all the washi tapes that I use because I use lots of ones with gold foiling or like little sparkles on. So yeah, I really liked making this spread. This next one is just some daily journaling again, and I really like this spread. I think because I love this washi tape that I got, and then I used some brown gingham washi tape, and then also had this like sticker that you can put onto the Instax frames. So I added that on of Ralph, and yeah, I just think it looks really cozy. Even though it's summer, it's giving like cozy autumn vibes. Here we have another memory keeping spread. This was when I visited the outdoor cinema. So I talk about that in my journal vlog, and you can see what I got up to on the actual evening. So yeah, I journaled about that and then stuck in an insects picture with these little letters. I've been having fun putting those on top of the insects pictures, just as like little titles. Here we have a spread about Ralph going to the vet. So I wanted to do kind of like a cat theme, which is why we have lots of cats. And I even saved the receipt from the vets to stick in and then put a photo of him in the vets in there as well. And there's even this little cutout from the receipt which says patient Ralph, which I thought was funny. So I always try and cut things out from receipts to add in. Now this next spread isn't technically finished, it was the next moon journaling, and I've done all the decoration, I just haven't done the writing, so I figured I would wait until I'd recorded this, so then I won't have to stick lots of bits of paper on top and hide it from you. But yeah, this is August Patreon rewards, and I really like these girls that I drew. This was another summary spread, and this was just to document some time that I've been spending in the forest. So I just printed out on my printer some photos of me in the forest and then used some of the leftover stickers from my Patreon rewards to decorate. Next up we have my travel journal spreads. So again, there is a whole travel journal with me on my channel, which has some footage from my trip and then me making all these spreads. So this was kind of the start of the travel spreads, hence why I added the title. And we've got receipts, train tickets, insects, pictures. And then on the next page I used something from a leaflet, well the map, and then stuck that down. And then on the final travel journal spread, I used some ephemera that I'd stolen. Well, I didn't steal. I just took it from my room in the hotel. And then I have like a luggage tag. And then I added some photos from the trip that I wanted to remember. Now this next spread, this was just some like daily journaling because Ralph basically brought in a baby bird from outside into our house. And it was a very stressful situation. I would like to point out the bird survived. It was all good. Its mum came and saved it, and then Ralph didn't actually hurt it, which I was actually surprised by. It was just kind of like staring at it. But anyway, so I wanted to remember that. And then I'd also recently read kind of like a self-help book about anxiety, and there was just some like bullet points that I really wanted to remember. So I wanted to add them into my journal so that I could come back to them if I ever wanted to reread them or remind myself. So this is just kind of like a bit of everything neutral spread. Here we have another reading spread. So you might have seen me make this in my last video, my reading journal update. So I use these massive stickers to match the cover like I had done with all the other books. And then we have the next book, which is A Court of Silver Flames. So this is the last ACOTAR spread that I have in my journal. So there won't be any more, sadly, until Sarah J. Maas brings out a new book. So I'm praying that happens soon. And then this was the next book that I read, When the Moon Hatched. I really like this spread actually. I think it's this washi tape because I absolutely love this washi tape. And then I just felt like the dragon matched well because obviously there's lots of dragons. So it kind of reminded me of that. And then this is the last page in my journal. So I've got just a picture. If I'm not really sure what to do, I'll just add a picture on the back page and then I just decorated around it. And then I also stuck this postcard from my pen pal in there just because I wanted to stick it down there. And yeah, that is the journal, another journal finished. So now we get to set up the new one. So you get voiceover Lizzie here, and For this journal, I wanted to go for more of like an autumnal sticker design, even though it's technically going to take me through the end of summer. I'd done like the majority of my summer journaling already in the last insert, so I decided to use these like dragon stickers from Marigoni Art because I felt like they weren't like too autumnal, but obviously they kind of give that vibe, so I felt like it'd be a good transition into the next one. And then I also added these vinyl stickers onto the back and on the insert on the inside, and they are from Patreon stickers from Thanks You from quite a while ago actually, and I'd had just them in my cupboard for like a very long time, so I felt like I should probably use them. So for the decoration on the front cover, I decided to just go for quite a simple collage, following kind of like a similar style to all of my other journal inserts. So I just used some of these memos which I got from Journal Say, and then this huge washi tape like map is also from Journal Say, and I do have a discount code which I will link down below if you want to use it to get 8% off. It is an affiliate code, but yeah, I absolutely love that washi and I've just been using it all the time, to be honest. The music coffee stained one is also from Journal Say, so I was just going for like a neutral theme, and I just find that because of the size of the page and I'm not really using like a double spread, it's just easier to collage everything around the main sticker and just not really add anything too complicated. I've also been loving using these bow stickers too, so I really wanted to layer those up just to add some extra detailing. And then I got this Freckles Tea pet tape quite a while ago, and I got it because I also had one of their previous designs which I love to use all the time, but it's like pastel colours, which isn't really a colour that I use a lot, so I decided to get their more neutral toned one, which again I have been using in most of my crafts. So I really like the watercolour effect of the flowers, and I just wanted to add those kind of just to decorate all the empty spaces. So I find that I just keep checking where the sticker goes in the middle and then just keep adding all the decoration around the edge. Let me know in the comments if you guys decorate your journals like the first page, like a cover page, or if you have like a certain theme that you follow. I tend to do pretty much the same composition on all of my journals. I don't know why, I just feel like it's easier and it makes them all slightly cohesive, even though they're obviously all very different and they have very different contents. But for me, it's just what I really like to enjoy doing, and because obviously I want to have all these in the future just on like a bookshelf, I feel like it'll make more sense if the front page is kind of like this similar, but I'm not gonna stick to that. So if I decide obviously I want to create something different on the cover page or decorate it differently and not use big vinyl stickers anymore, then I will do that. There's obviously no rules, it's just what I like to do currently. If you're somebody that is just starting journaling or maybe thinking about it, my biggest advice would be to just give yourself no rules, because when I've tried like many times in the past, I always started journals and then it just never kind of worked and I just kind of gave up. And I felt like that's because I always gave myself certain rules or expected certain pages to look a certain way. But with this journal, it was just no rules, anything and everything goes, and I have just fallen in love with journaling. And if you've watched all my other journal flip throughs, then you'll see I have made plenty of journal spreads, so that would definitely be my advice to you. So this is the finished new spread for the new journal, and I did remember to date it this time too. I think it's really cute and I'm really excited to do all my Eras Tour journaling in here, which I will share with you soon, and I will obviously add all of my autumn spreads, which is very exciting. So if you enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe. Let me know which spreads were your favourite, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. So thank you so much for watching.